Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to everybody watching wherever you are. This is such an interesting show today because when a person leaves this world, it is always intriguing to hear, of course, about their lives, the memories. I'll be honest with you, my parents used to get up in the morning and they'd get their coffee and read the obituary to see not just for the morbidity of it, but how you want to be remembered, right? The things you leave behind. And that is the focus of our show today. We're calling this You Inherited What? All right, so I'll be honest. I was left in a will one time as a child, and I was inherited a plum tree. That's how southern and country I am. I come from farmers, and my grandfather was a sharecropper. We're like people of gardening, and my distant cousin, I was so proud. I was like 7 years old, and I was like, her name was Dink. Dink left me a plum tree. Each of our guests inherited something cherished and really quite remarkable possessions from a loved one who passed away. In fact, it was our first guest's headline-making inheritance story that inspired today's hour. When Mara Papalas lost her beloved father, Lou, just over a year ago, she inherited some of his most treasured possessions. And when I say some, I actually mean close to 100,000 of them. Lou was the proud owner of what's thought to be the largest collection of Barbra Streisand memorabilia in the world. Okay. It was Lou's dream to one day have his impressive collection permanently out on display for all to see. And Mara is determined to make her father's wish come true. Take a look.
My father first discovered Barbra Streisand in around 1963. It all started with him buying magazines, and then he would buy movie posters and books and CDs. He became this big collector of everything Barbra Streisand. There's just tons and tons of stuff. My dad, Lou, passed away last year in March, and it was terribly sad because he became really ill. I was by his side for the majority of that time, and he didn't make it out of that, but he definitely put up one heck of a fight. The one thing my father did not want is that all of this memorabilia just get thrown away. What he wanted was a museum for this, where everybody could see it. It is magnificent, and it definitely needs to be seen.
Wow. Please welcome Mara Papalas to the show.
Thank you, Tamron.
I see the tears, and this is...
Just seeing it all on the big screen, you know, it's just impactful because, you know, it's wonderful to see him up here. Yeah. For all of you guys, thank you. Thank you.
From everything I heard you say and read, he sounds like just a great guy.
He was
an interesting person.
Yes, fabulously fun, golden heart, and definitely interesting, magical. He was magical. He always.
You know, 100,000 pieces of Barbra Streisand memorabilia.
Yes.
Did you know how many pieces he had when he was alive?
Yes. I mean, yes.
Because it's hard to miss, Babs.
This picture here is at the Hollywood Museum, and he had that gift shop there from 2005, 2006, and I worked at the gift shop for several months.
Oh, so you worked with him several months, so you kind of had an idea.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I helped him move it all into the lockers, yes.
How did it all start for him?
Well, he saw her on the Mike Douglas show maybe in 1965, wow. And he thought she was great and
I mean, we all think she's great, but my goodness.
I mean, like kooky and just, I don't know, her talent.
We actually have some tape of him explaining it.
Yes,
let's play it.
Do.
So I liked her. That was it. I just knew I liked her. And then I got an album from a friend, and I liked the album. And then she was in Funny Girl on Broadway, and I bought that album, and I liked that. Then I started, without knowing it, collecting. If I'd be in a barbershop and there'd be a magazine laying there and it had a cover of her, I'd take it. And I just started collecting stuff like that and throwing it in a drawer. And then the drawer became a trunk, and then the trunk became a bigger trunk, and then it became a warehouse, and you know, I just kept accumulating.
Wow. Listen, I mean, Barbra Streisand's impact, I mean, she's one of the greatest, absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
But the level of devotion to her is remarkable. So you start going through all of this memorabilia. So in addition to finding everything about Barbra, you found things about your own childhood that he'd held on to as well.
Oh, yes. He kept everything, documented for us, for himself, all his accomplishments through the years. That was really special for me to find that, because I didn't know all the things he had saved even for his own stuff.
That really touched my heart. I got to tell you about your own personal memorabilia that he kept. When my dad passed away, I went up in a trunk that he had, and he had like my 4th grade, report card. He had my old cheerleading uniform. My mother and I call him a hoarder, but I like to see it a different way. But he had all the, I was like, God, he kept my certificate I got for good attendance.
Yeah.
And he put it all away there.
So proud.
Because those memories mattered. I love that your father got a chance to actually meet Barbra Streisand at one point in his life. We have another clip of him talking about it. Let's play it.
Okay.
I walked in, and she goes, "So where'd you get all my stuff?" So it was such a perfect icebreaker, and I loved it. It was real, and it was down to earth. It was so cool, and we had a nice conversation.
Oh, wow. So you've been going through some of these items. When we come back, Mara's going to show us some of the prized possessions from her father's collection and what her dream is for this huge Barbra Streisand collection like no other. We'll be right back.
Hi, Tamron. Hi, Tam fam. I'm Brenda. This is my husband, Steve, and we inherited a cemetery. The cemetery's been in my family since the 1950s. My grandmother was the caretaker. When she passed, my mother took over, and my mother passed in 2021, and at that time, we took over. It was a little rundown. We've actually cleaned it up. We brightened it up. We cleaned the headstones. We absolutely love it, and we wouldn't have it any other way. And even though it's next to a busy road, it can be very peaceful to come out and sit and visit with your loved ones. We don't get paid for this job. It's absolutely a labor of love, and we love coming out here and doing it.
Tam fam, I am inside of the first of 6 storage units full of Barbra Streisand memorabilia. There is some jewelry, there's programs, 45s, concert tickets, magazines, books, VHS tapes, sheet music from all over the world. These are just various concert promotional clothing and some items, t-shirts through the years. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this tour of my dad's collection. It's really super special to me, and it meant the world to him.
Okay. Mara Papalas is here with us, sharing us a glimpse of her 100,000-piece Barbra Streisand collection she inherited from her late father, Lou. I got to tell you, it's how many storages?
6.
How much does it cost to store all this?
It's a good matter of, I don't really discuss his financial estate.
I understand.
It's a lot. It's a good amount. Yes.
And you've decided you don't want to sell things, because I imagine people want to buy some of this already.
Yes, people do. And I've made notes of everybody to contact, but I have in mind the higher vision of all of this being kept intact to be enjoyed by the masses.
Wow. So you want like a larger, curated museum. So you've been cataloging. So you have some things out here for us. This is the Barbra Streisand. That's the Russian stacking dolls.
Yes, yes.
Do you know what year that was made?
I don't. They're hand painted, and I don't know what year.
Wow. Who made that? That's amazing. You have a framed 1975 Funny Girl Broadway's ticket stub.
Yeah, right here, the funny lady.
Right here?
Yes.
And then you have that's an ashtray, a Barbra Streisand ashtray.
It is.
I love this. Okay, I got to get down here and
There's
see.
some picture sleeves, some rare 45s with picture sleeves.
This is a 45.
Yes, yes. Lots of those.
How do you even play 45s anymore? And then
this is a contract from the early 60s that she signed. They even had her name typed wrong, and they crossed it out and wrote her name.
This is a contract? How much did she make?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it was $175 a week for
She made $175
six
a week?
performances. Is that what it was?
A Barbra Streisand Up in the Rafters ticket doesn't cost $175 anymore.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, let me look at her signature. This is incredible.
Yes.
And it all meant something to your dad.
Absolutely. He exhibited these things, and this is just one of the contracts that I have.
She made $250, I should correct you.
$250 on that one, yeah. I've got different ones. I didn't even know which one I brought, but yes.
How did he get all of this stuff?
Well, he acquired it through auctions, through eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly. He was on eBay a lot.
On eBay. So you have some rarer things as well that they're so rare you couldn't bring into the studio.
Oh, yes.
We have a picture of it. Where it's a chair?
Yes.
And a doll?
Yes. So he had an artist from Missouri commission these theater seats in
those
this
are
chest. And so those are really lovely pieces. Obviously can't bring those here. They're big. And then
and there's a doll, I understand.
there's a pregnant bride doll from the movie Funny Girl, and the dress is impeccable. The detail, it's just remarkable. She's really pretty.
So you've given yourself about 2 years to sort all of this out?
Yeah, so far it's been just a little over a year, and I don't know. But yes.
Whatever you end up doing, it's going to be remarkable. I should point out, we reached out to Barbra Streisand's team, and an A&R executive, songwriter, and publisher, Jay Landers, wanted to share this about your father and his collection. He says, having worked with Barbra for the past 3 decades, I'm always impressed by the deep connection her fans feel for her. Lou took his devotion to the next level, amassing an impressive amount of memorabilia for all stages of her career. That is so sweet.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. And
Well, you gotta keep us posted.
absolutely.
And let us know what happens.
I would love to keep you posted. And
This is Carole King, Barbra Streisand, James Taylor button.
Yeah,
It's like they were running for president.
Election button.
Oh, see, I know my politics. They should have won. All right, Mara, thank you so much.
Thank you
And we
so
appreciate
much.
you sharing it.